Brilliant. So we are live. Welcome everyone to League of Europe. I nearly said the wrong one then. Welcome to League of Europe. It's Season 3, Division 3, Round 8 at Austria. I am Aidan. I'm a new commentator this week. You may know me as Car Mentalist. I race in D2. Alongside me today is IRO Dylan, who also races in D2. How are you doing, Dylan?
I'm fine. How are you, Aidan?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good. Yes.
I'm excited for this race.
Yeah, I am too. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be probably a really close one actually, just because of how the races have gone so far this season. But apart from that, yeah,
With the 3 DRS zones,
yeah,
makes racing very close.
yeah, definitely.
We'll likely see a big DRS strain, but yeah, getting out of the DRS is very important around here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just a note as well. I think our championship leader Ton, he put a note in our Discord server earlier to say that his broadband's down, so he may not be racing, which is a prime opportunity for some of those people that are a little bit further back to gain some points back on him, because he has got a bit of a lead at the moment. So,
Yeah, 32 points ahead of Bree at the moment. Bree would would hopefully win this race, so the standings will get a little bit closer.
Yeah, definitely. I think at the moment his lead is over 25 points, so he should remain in the championship lead. But yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. So.
The gap he has right now will close.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very interesting. It's really close between from P2 to P4 or 5 even.
Yeah.
In the standings, only 22 points separating them. And
yeah.
if one of them retires, then they could leapfrog the other. It's a very close championship.
Absolutely, yeah. And so far this season, while Ton is in the lead of the championship, Ton has not necessarily been at the front of every race. It's just been a case of Ton's had good racecraft, or there's been a lot of there's been a few incidents in some races, and he's gained from that, or he's lost from that. So yeah, exactly. The update as well with new safety cars and stuff. It's been a pretty chaotic season to say the least. We've had a number of different winners so far, so it's going to be interesting to see if we add to that list, or if there's a double winner or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see.
As it's almost 7 or 6:40 a.m. or p.m.
We're almost there. We've not really got a huge turnout today. We've got 14 drivers at the moment, which isn't a big number. It's just one of those days where not many people are here.
I think. Wait. The title is D2 instead of D3.
I just noticed that. Well, apologies everyone. The title says D2. It is actually D3.
You've all been promoted to D2. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats everyone. No, don't worry. Someone will probably change that after the stream's gone, is finished and it's uploaded, so someone will be able to change that. So that's the thing. Everyone's readying up. So I'm wondering if it's only 14 people today. Bit of a smaller grid today, but we'll see.
What are your predictions for qualifying? Who do you think is going to start on pole this race?
I think if it's a dry session, it's hard. There's a number of really fast people in this lobby, so it can be a real mixed bag. It can be anyone from Benjay to Velocity to Tiggerby to Bree to Packer to. There's a number of people in this lobby that can really pull a good lap out of the bag. I think it just depends on what the weather's
especially
like.
Yes, with Austria being such a short track, like every little mistake you make, every millimeter you go wide is has a big impact over the course of the lap.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you get a perfect lap, you might start on pole, but if you make 1 or 2 mistakes during a lap, not getting the right apex, you could lose like 1 or 2 tenths, and that could drastically influence your starting grid position.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. Well, it's 3 minutes past, a little bit delayed. I don't know if we're waiting for someone or what, but... yeah.
We need one more driver to ready up to start the lobby.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ready to go or not, but a little bit late.
A bit of a late start. Someone's just readied up now, so... oh, here we go.
What do you think will be the lap time for pole position today?
I think lap time for pole is going to be a low 4. I think just the pace of, we've seen of some of the people, I think a low 4 is probably going to be pole. I'd say probably about a 4.3 or a 4.2 if someone hooks up a perfect lap. I'll be astonished if someone can get into the 3s.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Is this a wet quali? Is this a wet quali? It seems dry.
It is dry.
And it's a 3-lap race. Okay. Oh, never mind. Wait, what?
It just changed for me as well. It said I was
Yeah.
on lap 1 of 36, but the qualifying's just changed. Okay, so we're fine with that. And Cam's just joined. So that's really bad timing, but oh well.
We did start late though, so yeah, all the time in the world to join. Just a minute late, I think.
Yeah.
To when the lobby actually started, but
I think we've also got a timing glitch where we're probably about half a minute in front of when people are actually loading into the lobby, so we'll give people time to load in. Everyone put in the chat what your predictions are for this race. We want to see what people are thinking, as it's going to be Ricardo, TTTV. No, one of the Alphas just beats him out. That DJ Williamson? Yeah, DJ Williamson just beats Ricardo out. It's the first one on the track. So, there we go. And immediately on the softs for most people. The only people that have selected medium so far are J Luke, who's just gone out of the pit, and Ben J, who's still in the pits at the moment. I think he's just leaving now, possibly. Right on board with DJ Williamson. He's the first out, so he'll be first to set a lap.
quite out lap at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Coming thinking, is it possible to try and get 4 laps in qualifying? Is that what people are trying to do? Maybe.
I think it's possible to do 4 laps.
Yeah. Just notice as well, Ricciardo's following him quite closely. I wonder if Ricciardo's going to try and go for a slight slipstream off of DJ Williamson, maybe.
He did start his lap quite close to him, indeed.
Yeah, so maybe that's his plan, but DJ Williamson's first to start a lap. Let's see what his first exit is going to be as he goes up to turn 1. Doesn't use all of the track. Nice on the apex though.
And mode 2 for the exit.
Okay then, he's coming up the hill. His first sector time then is a 16 flat. It's a good first sector for him.
As Ricciardo does a 16.2 behind him.
So Williamson seeming faster at the moment. I think Ricciardo might be a bit too far back now for the slipstream, so I wonder if starting so close has actually paid off.
Had purple first sector.
Okay, so he's behind one of the Williams. Is that Ben J on a lap? It's J Luke on a lap. Okay, so Ethan will be catching J Luke on his lap a little bit wide. Oh, Williamson invalidated just there on the exit, just before the start of the third chicane.
Ricciardo fast in sector 2 now.
Yeah.
Packer sector 2 purple. He's on a good lap so far.
So far, yeah. Ricciardo then the first to set a lap as DJ Williamson pits. Here comes Ricciardo across the line. First lap is a 5.3 from Ricciardo. Who's next across the line? It's going to be J Luke. He does a 6.2 and Ethan does a 5.1. Packer 5.1, yeah. Fastest so far. Just called him Ethan by his real name. I just exposed him. Yeah. Packer the first one is the fastest at the moment. Got a McLaren coming up the line. Is that Pease?
Flost is on a lap. Purple sector 2 now.
Pease does a 5.2 to go second at the moment.
Ben Jest
coming to finish his lap.
6.1.
So just faster than his teammate. Yeah. Just in front of his teammate. Up to the line then comes Velocity. And it's a 5.5 in the end. Must have had a poor first sector.
In second and third sector. He must have lost a lot of time in the first sector.
Yeah, definitely. He lost a lot towards the end of the lap. Who's next across the line? I think it might be Tiggerby next across. He's on the mediums at the moment, so Kursk is just coming to start his lap. Oh, yellow flag exactly. That's just someone moving out of the way, I think.
That's Packer moving out of the way of J Luke.
Tiggerby around the final corner, really big slide, and it's a 7 flat, so he's quite a way off the 2 Williams on the same tyres. Maybe not the best lap for him, but he is going for another run. I think J Luke just went for another lap as well, but didn't improve.
Ivory Mike is on a lap.
Yeah.
Going into the third sector. Very nice apex.
Yeah, nicely hooked up.
Yeah, nice final
neat.
sector.
Yeah, very nice and neat. What's he going to do up to the line? It's a 5.2. Just third. Wow. Only just behind Total P's by 0.003 of a second already. Just
James
shows the
about 10 his lap.
James goes P6.
5.6.
A 5.6, yeah. That's one of the alphas coming to start their lap. That's Damon. Starting his lap, yep. What's Bree doing at the moment?
Currently second in the championship. Purple sector 2. Great job.
Yeah. Kursk across the line. Well, Kursk invalidated on his run. DJ Williamson's just starting a lap, and is that Tiggerby going for another run? Tiggerby's coming up to the line. Is he going to improve? He does. It does a 5.7. Yeah, and Bree a 4.7. Wow. So
yeah,
Bree 4/10 clear at the top of the standings. J Luke going for another lap on the mediums. So just doing longer runs really on the 2 Williams at the moment on their medium set tyres. On board with Damon now. He's lagging a bit on my screen. Yeah, he is lagging quite a bit actually. But what's his sector time? 45.4. That's about 0.3 down on Bree at that point in the lap. Takes a lot of inside curb.
He is lagging a lot.
Yeah.
As James improves to P5 from P7.
On his second lap, so 5.3. Look how close it is already, but Bree's clear at front. Damon to the line. Goes 7th on a 5.3.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of lag in the end. Kursk coming around again.
Very close grid.
Kursk goes P2 on a 4.9, so he's the second person into the fours, and that's on his second lap as well.
DJ Williamson about to finish his first lap.
A 5.6 on the mediums. That's a good lap from DJ Williamson.
It's so close.
I know, Tiggerby up to the line. He doesn't improve. He's going for another run, I think, possibly on his mediums. Although he's running around in medium ERS, so I'm not quite sure what his strategy is there. But... So yeah, so far, first one's out of the way. It's a really close grid at the moment. Brie and Wakursk, about 4/10 clear of the rest of the field, and then it's Packer, Pease, Bryn, Mike, and James, Ricardo, and Damon all within 2/10 of each other. So third down to 8th is a 2/10 gap. Really, really close field at the moment.
Slight improvement could change your grid position
Yeah.
by a lot.
Pease is now starting a lap, so we'll go on board with Pease and see if he can improve on his P4 position at the moment. Doesn't take a lot of road, it takes a lot of exit curve, but doesn't invalidate. So we're coming up to the end of the first sector. And it's a 16.1, he's only just up on his time. As I think Packer's coming around to start another lap as well. So P's coming now to the end, coming through to the middle part of the lap. We'll go on board with Packer and see what his first sector is compared to his best. He does it's a 15.9.
59, purple, up by a
first
10th.
sector, yeah. He seemed to lose it all in the last part of the lap, did Packer, in his first run. Pease is only barely up on his time. He's only 300s up at the moment.
Wide.
Yep. He is using hot lap ERS throughout the whole lap, so he might derate before the line. A little bit squirrely on the exit. Uses 5th gear through that corner. Comes out on the exit, and he does a 5 flat, so he does improve. He goes P3.
Flat 210, and Packer had
Still
a brief purple second sector, still a 10th up though. Looking like he could be up for P2 right now.
Yeah, see how his last sector is. A lot of inside curb.
Yeah, nice and neat.
Yeah, as he
Should be
comes up to
P2,
the
I
line.
think. And it is
Yeah,
P2.
it does. Just P2
Very
at the
close.
moment.
200ths of a
200ths
difference.
of a second. It's still incredibly close. Either Bryn Mike's on lap. He's invalidated though. Ricardo's on an out lap. Is Benjay on a lap? He's just started his first soft run, is Benjay, so let's have a look and see what his pace is relative to those around him. He does a 16.0 in the first sector, not much faster than his, although that is a purple apparently, so that's a purple first sector. He's only just up on his medium time though, so that was a good first sector on his medium run as well.
Touch face across the line right now, and it's a 4-3, 5-3.
5.3.
P9.
Exactly 100 slower than Damon, so he goes P9. We're still on board with Benjay at the moment. Velocity is just coming around to start a lap at the moment as well, so Benjay will be next across the line. He does a 44.8. He's 9/10 up on his best at the moment, which is currently a 5.2, but he's still got the last sector to go, so he could be in the 4s. Oh, had a double turn in really into that corner. Didn't quite get it hooked up the first time, but nice and neat through the final corner. And he does a 1 minute 4.6. He goes on to pole.
Oh, great lap.
A really good last sector.
Yeah. Ben, of course, P3 in the standings right now. Wants to close in on Ton in P1.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got DJ
Same for
Williamson
Brina.
who's on an out lap. Is that Jay Luke coming to finish the lap? It is. He's half a second up at the moment.
Bryn Mike, sorry, is on his 2/10 up on his lap, and he just invalidated in
Jay Luke goes P6 on a 5.1. Got Breeze starting a lap. Or was that oh, we've got Ricardo TV off the road on his lap. He's made a mistake. Keeps out the way of Velocity, who's coming around. He's 6/10 up on his lap. So yeah, he's in the 4s as well by the looks of it, if you can nail the last sector. Really, really neat, really nice. And he does a 1 minute 4.7. He goes in between Bree and Packer. 2,000 slower than Bree. Wow. It's incredibly close. So close at the moment. You can't pick who's going to come out of this on top. But wow. Really, really good times at the moment. Who's next? Is that James coming around to finish the lap? It is. He's only slightly up on his time.
Bree, purple for sector 1.
Ooh.
15.8. Perfect sector 1, I think.
Yeah, James goes P6 in between the two McLarens, but Kurst now goes fastest by 3,000.
It's so
wow,
close.
it's so close at the moment. So Kurst now takes the standings, and he was following James on that lap, so he managed to do what Ricardo tried to do earlier on and just followed someone around on their lap, and it's actually paid off in this time.
3/10 up, purple second sector as well. Double
He's
purple.
absolutely flying. Wow.
He still got the final sector.
Yeah, I think Damon's coming around to finish a lap at the moment. Is he gonna improve? I don't think he did.
Bree about to cross the line.
And a 4.5.
That's a 4.5 pole.
Wow, really good,
Official pole.
really good time. Lost a bit of time towards the end of the lap, but still Really good lap time.
Just about a tenth clear, just under a
Yeah.
tenth clear of
Got
Kursk
Tiggerby
second.
coming up to finish a lap. Where does he go? He doesn't improve. And
He's
neither
about to
does
start one.
I think P's is about to start one. Oh, P's wide at turn 1 though.
J. Luke, 3/10 up. Oh, and he messed it up into the right-hander in the third sector.
Oh, such
He
a
was
shame.
3/10 up, purple second sector, I think. He's still going, but yeah, he lost a lot of time. Little half spin.
Maybe still a little bit of an improvement here. No, he doesn't improve sadly. That's on his third lap on the same tyres as well. So, oh, we completely missed. Damon's popped up to P4 on a 4.7.
4.7. Great lap.
So that's another one. So Damon's popped up into P4 without us even realising it. So, oh, and Pease has made a mistake by the looks of it as well. He's touched the gravel.
It looks like everyone's second run has come to an end.
Yeah.
And it's so close to the top of the field.
Wow, okay, so let's run through it so far. We've got first to seventh separated by less than half a second. Well, actually, first to eighth in that, including Pease in that. Have all popped up there. So someone just improved? I think, Tiggerby just improved on his second lap. He just did a 5-1. Yep. So he's gone up to 10th. Really, really close stuff at the moment. So it's Bree down to Pease, separated by about half a second. And then J. Luke down to Williamson last as a second. So it's basically a second covering 14 drivers at the moment. I understand it's Austria and it's quite a close track, but still, that's brilliant, brilliant pace by these guys.
The pressure will be on everyone during this final run to get a good lap in. It's so close. This field is so close.
Yeah.
That you really want to get the perfect lap.
We've got Ivory Mike, yeah, he's starting a lap, so let's go on board with him and see what he can do. Oh, he's compromises run on the exit of the corner there. How's his first sector time? It's a 16.2. He's a little bit down on his personal best at the moment, but there's still time to be gained. We've got Tiggerby. Is he going for another lap? He is, and he improves again. A 4.9. However, Tiggerby's now done 3 laps on those tyres.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to start on those tyres.
Yeah, he's going to have to come in. He's going to have to come in and put another set of softs on and do a faster lap, because his tyres are going to be far off the pace of the people around him. And he's definitely got the pace to go fast. His Ivory Mike's only slightly up now. Let's have a look and see what he can do in the last sector.
1.5 tenths up in the first sector as well.
Yeah, nice and neat for Ivory Mike into the last corner. Ooh, a little bit compromised by the curb, yeah. He's not going to improve on this lap, sadly, so Ivory Mike doesn't improve. Hopefully he can get back to the pits in time.
Go to the next one on the lap.
Just on board with him now. Let's see what he can do. One of the McLarens is about to start a lap. I think that's what Kursk about to start his final run. Ricardo 6 tenths up. Wow, okay.
Could be all the way over to P2 now.
Another one into the mix here is Ricardo. He comes through the last sector, nice and neat. Very nice last corner as well. Comes up to the line. What's he going to do? It's a 4.6.
4.6.
Third person in the 6 is another one. That's P4. Wow. Good stuff.
P4. Good job.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Let's go on board with Kursk then and see what he's doing. He's already invalidated, so his last one's already been compromised. That's a shame for Kursk. He's still in a good spot at the moment, but that's going to compromise him if he wants.
To go again at the end of this lap. Damon about to start his lap.
Let's go on board with Damon then. Oh, he's invalidated, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's backed off. You've got to be careful of the runner behind him. Well, they just come out of the pit, actually, but still, just make sure that you don't brake too much as Velocity's now started a lap, so we'll go on board with Velocity for his run. Takes a lot of the outside curb before the first corner. Is he going to get a slipstream off Bree? No, I think he's going to catch him just before he does. Not really anything to be gained. He's a little bit down in the first sector, actually, so it's still a 16.1. If he can improve on his lap. We've got Packer on a lap as well. Didn't see if he improved in the first sector or not, but he's running in non-ERS, so it looks like he's going to wait for another go. Anyone across the line? Someone's just retired from the session. I didn't see who that was.
I think Ricciardo retired in the session in the pits. So that should be fine. Everyone's starting their final run.
Yeah. on board with Velocity. Velocity is also backed off, so people halfway through their runs are having to back off and go again. So Damon's now started his next run. Dutchface has just started a run as well, and I think, is that Curse just starting a run? No, that's P starting his final run.
Lifted off. He's bit in Curse.
Okay, so Curse not going for another run then. He's happy with P2 at the moment. Benjay's also invalidated. It's just a case of people invalidating their first runs. Damon's a little bit down in the first sector on his best. What's Packer doing in the first sector? He's nearly 2/10 down on his best in the first sector. Still going to try and go for it though. Didn't quite catch what Pease's doing, but Pease's following with Dutchface, so he's trying for the same strategy.
Ben, 2/10 down, about a size lap again.
Got DJ Williamson, he's up on his time. Hopefully he can improve on his position as he comes out the last corner, and he goes P11 with a 5-1. Yeah. Dutchface has invalidated by the looks of things, so he's
Damon's invalidated as well.
Total P's is up by 3/10. Let's see what he can do when he crosses the line. This is another one in the 4-6 possibly. It's a 4-7 exactly.
4-7 just
wow.
Just 4-7.
Yeah, Ivory Mike's just started his last run. Packer's crossed the line and hasn't improved. Oh, he did improve ever so slightly.
Yeah, P8.
Yeah. James is up on his time at the moment. What's Tiggerby doing? Tiggerby's invalidated, so he's going to be starting on 3-lap-old softs.
Ben is a 10 top in the first sector. He could get pole here. Still 10 top.
Ooh, it's close.
Up the final sector. Tiggerby crosses the line of 4-7.
He invalidated that though.
Oh, invalidated, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, Benjay across the line. He doesn't improve. He loses it all in the last sector. But DJ Williamson crosses the line. He doesn't improve either. James is into the pits. Ivory Mike's on a lap. What's he doing? He's 2/10 up, so this will gain him a couple places if he can hook the last sector up. He nails that corner. That was lovely. Always a little bit too hot into the last corner, but comes up to the line, and it's a 5-1. He goes up to 12th ahead of J. Luke. Who else is on the lap? I think that might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Wow.
Ooh, what a quality session.
Yeah. Wow. A real mix of fast people there. Yeah, really close qualifying. A number of people all within half a second. First to 11th within half a second of each other. Ivory Mike, J. Luke and McDutchface a little bit further outside that, but still really close. Only 7/10 covers the entire field. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's run through the final qualifying order then. So it's Bree who takes pole in the end because couldn't manage to get that final run in and improve. So he's on pole by less than a 10th. 3,000 covers second and third. So Benjay is P3, Ricardo P4, P's P5, 7,000ths behind Ricardo. Damon's 6th, Velocity is 7th, 3,000ths between those two. Williamson is 8th, Packer down in 9th, James is 10th, Tiggerby is 11th, 2,000ths outside of the top 10. So that actually saves him. He would have started on 3-lap-old softs otherwise. Bryn Mike is 12th, J. Luke 13th, Mitch Dutchface 14th. So there you go, that's the entire grid. Wow, what a quality session. Hopefully the race is the same. Yeah, okay. And it's raining! Oh, okay. Wow, okay. That spiced things up. So, have people chosen a wet setup because it's going to stay wet for the race, or is it going to dry out? Interesting. Well, that's throwing a real spanner in the works now, definitely.
Let us know in the comments what the weather's like.
Yeah, let us know if it's going to dry out, if it's going to stay like this. Ooh.
Is it going to be heavy rain or light rain? It looks like light rain.
It looks like light rain at the moment. The track doesn't look that wet, so it looks very close to a kind of a crossover period at the moment. But is it getting wetter? That's the question.
Yeah, I think it'll be interweather, to be honest.
It'll
be interesting if people chose a wet setup or not.
Hmm.
Or a mix between both.
I suppose it all depends on what the weather's going to do, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's a full wet race, then of course it will be a full wet setup. But
Yeah, here we go. People are actually starting on the dries, so it's not actually wet enough for the inters.
okay,
Wow. Okay, this
yeah,
is going to be
there's
interesting.
very.
This is going to be very interesting to watch. Okay,
Will it
that's
dry out though? Is it just raining right now, and then will it dry
will
out?
dry out towards the
Oh,
end of the.
okay.
Oh,
Well,
Breeze already
Breeze
spun. Surely people are going to have. Oh my word! This is something else. I don't think I've seen something like this in a long time. So everyone's starting on the
That looks
softs.
really wet out there, to be honest.
Everyone is starting on the softs, which gives me the inkling it's going to get wetter. So
Yeah, it's either
this
gonna get
does
wetter
not look
or-
like dry tyre weather to me. This looks like interweather, just based on how slowly people are having to take the formation lap.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm rubbing my hands together now. That is really. This is going to be a little bit crazy. This is going to be a case of who can almost. This is
Well, I think
use
this is
the
best
right
moment
term.
to
This is
ask
a
you.
drive to survive. Shout out Netflix. This is a drive to survive moment. This is the first lap is going to
literally.
be. This is going to be tippy toeing around the first lap. I imagine people are going to be
Yes.
putting on the inters immediately. It's a shame
Well,
there's not an
I guess
option for people to pit immediately behind
Yeah,
the formation lap to put the inters on, because that would gain you so much already.
yeah, we don't know if it's wet enough though. If
Exactly, yeah,
maybe
it may
just-
dry out, but the fact that everyone is starting on the softs gives me the idea that it's going to dry. It's going to get wetter before it dries.
Yeah, or it's gonna dry out real quick, and people wanna be on the softest tire to get the most grip in the wet in the.
Yeah,
crossover
exactly,
positions. So,
Ooh,
what are your
okay.
predictions? Quick.
Oh, and Iverbrim Mike's just gone off the road by the looks of the track map. So, this is going to be so difficult to predict. I'm gonna go for Ben J for race winner. I think second is going to be Wakursk, and I think third I'm gonna put Bree in third.
Okay, you turn the top three around. Interesting.
Yeah. What's your predictions then?
I think Brie got this one in the bag, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm going for Ben JS in second place. And let's go with Velocity in third. I have confidence in Velocity. in this
Okay.
race.
So we're just waiting for Bryn Mike to turn up on the grid, but apart from that, we are ready to go. So
Yeah, New Zealand Cam joined us during the race. He was just a little bit late after the quality session
Yeah,
started.
exactly,
He will
yeah.
be running without a setup, so
Yeah,
in these
this is,
conditions that will be extra tricky.
a great camera angle. Here we go then. It's 3, 4, 5 lights. Who gets the best start? Lights out, away we go. Wakursk got a really good start compared to Brie. Wakursk already there. Ricardo nearly in the wall off the line, but Wakursk, a brilliant start. Oh, contact already between the two Alphas.
Yeah.
DJ Williamson hits the back of Damon, who hit the
Yeah.
back of Ben J
Williamson has
by the looks of
damage.
it. I think both Alfa Romeos have damage now.
Oh, and the Torosso.
Oh, we've got
Packer.
Packer spun at the back. Iverbrim Mike looks like he's been caught up in this.
And
Oh, it's a
Tiggy.
virtual safety car. Oh, and Bree's just hit
Yeah.
the back of... Bree hit the back of Wakursk coming into the virtual safety car, and he's broken his front wing and got a time penalty.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
a
double
disaster.
drama.
Second in the championship with a perfect opportunity, and he was behind Pease as well, so Pease has actually overtaken him in all that. So, it's a McLaren 1-2 off the line. Where the hell did Pease start this race? Pease has come from nowhere, by the looks of
He
things.
started from P5 and he's already in P2.
Wow, 3
Great
places
start.
already. J. Luke up 4
Same for
places.
J-Luke, yeah.
Cam up 4 places as we're restarting again here, so we're back going again. Let's see what everyone's doing. Ricardo and James are side by the looks of things.
Bree with wing damage.
All the two Alfa Romeos are fighting for position. Oh, as Damon's actually lagging through Williamson on my screen.
Yeah, from me as well.
It's real kind
Yeah,
of
but
carnage
Damon's
going
lagging
on at
a
the
lot.
moment. Yeah, the
Battling
two
each other
Alphas are both
hard.
going for the pits as well, so it's a fight to see which Alpha. Oh, and Williamson completely misses the pit lane, and James tries to. Oh! Oh my
That's a
word!
cross.
That's really, really poor
Expensive.
driving. Oh, James is off, and so is McDutchface. Tigby as well. DJ
James.
Williamson. DJ Williamson's trying to reverse round the track to go in the pit lane. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is really, really poor driving from Williamson. He missed the pit lane entry and then turned
That's
across the
not a
track.
virtual.
Another virtual safety car because of that. But yeah, DJ Williamson missed the pit entry because he outbroke himself and then
Cut across
turned
the track.
cut across the track in front of James to try and get in the
Yeah.
pit lane. That's really, really poor driving.
Now James has damage. J. Luke, I think, also got damage from that.
Yeah,
And they're going on the
Damon's.
mediums.
They've gone on the mediums and Damon's just hit the wall on the pit exit and he's broken his front wing again.
Does he have damage though? Does he
I think
actually
he
have
does,
damage?
yeah.
He does.
But
Oh,
they
what
are
a
going on
poor.
to dries, and either Bryn Mike's put the inters on.
We don't know
What?
what to say.
What on earth
Is
is
it gonna be dry,
happening?
wet? But just
Surely the
safety
inters are the
cars.
right tyres. People are struggling to keep the car on the
Yeah.
track. But no,
As
Williamson's gone on the mediums as well.
Bree didn't pit. Just to mention this, Bree didn't pit
He
during the
didn't
safety
pit,
car.
but he's fallen behind Benjay and Velocity and all of that.
Yeah.
And Cams, from last on the grid, is 6th.
Wow. Without a
What?
setup.
Without
Impressive.
this is crazy stuff as we're underway again. Wow, the two McLarens, look at the lead they've got already. All Recursk a little bit wide in the last corner. Going to go on board with Velocity. Oh, he makes a little mistake actually out of that corner. I think Dutch Chase is just coming into the pit lane to repair his damage. You need to keep an eye on either Bryn Mike's pace and see what he can do.
Yeah.
See whether he
He
enters
is
the right
improving on
tyre.
Packer. But then again, Packer has the fastest second sector, so I don't know. At the same, Packer is really struggling. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
As James sets the fastest lap, obviously this is the first lap where people have actually done most of the lap without the virtual safety car, so a number of people are going to be setting fast laps here. But Dutch Face, sadly, he's going to come out behind either Bryn Mike by the looks of things after he had to go round for a full lap after that incident. Benjay, though, looks much more confident than Total P's in front of him. Wow, 4 tenths in one corner. Benjay looking the fastest of the top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, Ivan Bryn Mike is catching Packer a lot, so I think the Inters are the better tires right now. Because he caught 4 tenths in the final sector.
Yeah, oh, Velocity really, really wide and breeze back up the inside. Not going to go for the move. He's still side by side. All Velocity nearly close to contact, but just a big snap. And Cam's on the back of the pair of them. Cam's with the fastest middle sector. Yeah, Cam smartly backs out. Oh! And Velocity turning into the corner and Bree not judging really when he's going to turn in, and there's contact, and Cam's is now going to be in 4th place possibly from the back of the grid, and we've only had 4 laps. As Velocity defends quite hard from Cam's up the inside. Nice clean move. Velocity put on the curb a little bit, but nice move from Cam. Really, really nice move. As Ricardo
setup is overpowered, it seems like.
Ricardo's in, and Ricardo's changing his front wing and is putting the mediums on as well. Maybe it's just going to stay light rain for the whole race by the looks of it.
No, a little bit of wheel banging.
Yeah.
Velocity trying to get
James really struggling. What's Ivor Bryn Mike's lap time like? Because he's caught Packer no end.
He's catching Packer a lot.
Fastest lap of the race. It's into weather, surely.
It's into weather. I think people are staying out to
see if it dries out, maybe, or
yeah, exactly.
But no, Ivor Bryn Mike is. Yeah, he's taken a lot of time. DRS though has just been enabled.
Okay.
Wow.
Really, really weird.
And look at this as well. The two McLarens. P's the fastest of the two McLarens at the moment.
Yeah.
He's within DRS range just as DRS is put into effect. So he's in with a shot of taking the race lead off of his teammate.
Usually when DRS gets enabled, it actually is like there's no rain coming out of the sky.
Yeah.
Now it's still raining. It's really weird. Contradicting information is what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. As Cam's now sets the fastest lap of the race. It's dead level between the dries and the inters at the moment.
Packer has actually increased the gap.
Yeah, he's gapped Ivor again. But here, Pease, is he going to have a look on his teammate? No, he's not close enough. James with the 16.6, so now he sets the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, it looks like the track is improving because Ivor Bryn Mike is losing a lot of time to Packer.
He's coming into the pits by the looks of things as well. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He is. Jay Luke with the fastest lap now on the 16.1. It's drying out really quickly. Yeah, still the two McLarens pretty close together. It's not hard to judge which the two McLarens is faster at the moment, but Benjay at the moment is faster than the pair of them by the looks of things. Just more confident at this stage. He sets the fastest middle sector as well. Just on board with Cams. I'm amazed that Cams is up to 4th already. What a crazy opening to this race it's been so far.
I do think once it actually dries out completely, that Cam will lose a few tenths a lap because he doesn't have a setup. And the wet it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Ben 6 tenths of a second faster than the race leader on that lap.
Yeah.
Really, really good time.
And he's within DRS of Will Curson now P2.
Yeah.
And is currently P3 in the championship. Needs to win the race to catch up to Ton.
Yeah. Tiggerby now with a 14.0. Wow. It's really ramping up the track. There's a 13.9 from James now. It's just getting faster and faster. What is a shame for at the moment though for the likes of Damon, Paco, Ricardo, Dutch Race, and DJ Williamson is these mediums surely cannot make it to the end of the race.
No, they probably have to pit again.
Yeah. But 13.6 from Paco on that lap. Everyone's improving at the moment.
Yeah, Benji is looking very fast right now. Oh, loses the car a little bit. Loses the rear end.
Well held.
A lot of time.
Wow, that was a massive moment.
Yeah.
Christ almighty. I tell you what though, Cams is catching these guys. The top 5, I think, I'm not quite sure about velocity, but definitely the top 4, all getting a lot closer together. As Cams has a massive moment. He spun. Oh, just got sideways in the middle of the corner and spun it.
Velocity as well. Also went really wide.
Just held it in time. But Cams has actually come into the pits because of that. So I wonder if he's just going to change his strategy. Maybe maybe just doesn't like the soft tyres. He's just decided for a change. Tickerby does an 11.8 now. Wow, the track is really ramping up. As Cams is putting the mediums on. To be a good judge just to see where he comes out relative to the people that have already pitted.
Green P5 is still running with
front wing damage,
damage.
So Cams, who would be close to 5th or 4th place.
For P2, sorry.
Oh, and we didn't even catch that. Wow.
Yeah. And Tickerby is about to overtake Bree, I think. Inside or outside? He's going for the outside. Bree defends the inside.
Yeah, Tickerby surely's got the move done. They've both actually got front wing damage. Just in that, Tickerby has also got front wing damage. So he's setting good pace despite the front wing damage. Bree's not quite on the same level at him at the moment as Iverbrun Mike was a 10.8.
Overtook Damon out of the pits and Damon out on the outside of turn 4. A little bit of wing banging on the straight.
Tickerby with the first time penalty.
And gets a move on Damon. Good job. Yeah,
nice move from Cam. But yeah, he was relatively 4th or 5th speaking, so when Velocity pits, he's going to be around this Damon Cam's fight.
He did
spin
though. He did spin.
He did,
so
yeah. It might be just in front of it, but Cam's is really, really pushing by the looks of it. Tickerby a 10.2, Velocity with a time penalty as well. Tickerby, despite front wing damage, has got really good pace. It's a shame he has that as Cam's now for a second time penalty. Everyone's time penalty is starting to come in now.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it dries out, it's obviously you're going faster, you're pushing harder.
Yeah.
So,
and as it's dried out, actually, Benjay's passed Kursk and is pulled away, and Benjay can't catch Peas at the moment. So Kursk has dropped from the lead down to 3rd, and Peas has taken the lead from his teammate.
Kursk loses the rear. In turn 5, a little bit.
Yeah, Kursk really struggling. There's a 9.6 now from Iverbrun Mike at the back of the field.
A lot of gaps right now in the field.
Yeah. Yeah, Peas seems to have a little bit more confidence around the last part of the lap. As I say that, Benjay sets the fastest lap of the race. Foot in mouth. Yeah, Earth's Velocity's in now, so people are pitting relatively early from the softs.
Yeah.
For a set of mediums.
Really early pits of mediums.
That's a 9.4.
Wing damage.
Yeah, he's still got really good pace despite. Look at the gap he's pulled on Bree in 1 lap.
That's amazing.
That's a really, really good gap. As Damon gets his first time penalty.
Spun, I think,
oh yeah.
To go into the pits.
Oh, that's a shame. I think he's got front wing damage from that possibly. Who else have we got?
Track's still improving.
Definitely, yeah. Velocity came out just in front of Cam's, about 1.5 seconds covers them. James actually puts the inters. James put inters on. Oh, he's going for a 2-stop. Okay, so he doesn't think the mediums can get to the end. I personally don't think the mediums can get to the end from this point onwards either, really.
No, but
I think lap 15 onwards. Maybe lap 14, 15 onwards I would understand, but people, especially pitting at the start of the race, they surely can't make it to the end. But James, unfortunately, has got the inters on.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose. I think he switched during the winter weather. And he forgot to change it back.
Yeah, by the looks of it, Tickerby's still the fastest man on the track.
Yeah, still improving.
This is really good pace. As Bree's finally pitting now for his change. He's also got front wing change as well. But yeah, Tickerby despite front wing damage.
Surely not. I think he will go for the mediums.
Yeah.
As he has a 5-second time penalty during the first virtual safety car, he has to serve it. So
and a front wing change as well. So yeah, really, really slow pit stop here for Bree. That's such a shame.
That's Velocity gets a penalty in P6.
Oh, I think that might be his second penalty now. Bree looks like he might come up behind DJ Williamson. It's going to be close between the two of them. I think he is. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be behind. Well,
Yeah,
yellow flag in sector 3. That's James that spun on his inters by the looks of things.
Inters. No surprise there with Inter tyres on a dry track.
Such a shame he's just waiting for Tiggerby to go.
Yeah.
Nice on James to let Tiggerby go. But yeah, look at the gap between the top 4 and then 5th place, J. Luke.
Yeah.
12 seconds
Benji
nearly
is
at the
catching
moment.
a little bit.
It's Benji's a little bit faster, but there's not a big difference in their speed at the moment. It's just a case of whether Pease makes a mistake or...
It's such a small track, so you really have to earn the extra 10 to close up.
Absolutely, yeah. But look at the gap, though, that these two have now pulled on Kursk. Cam sets the fastest lap of the race. On the mediums...
set up an 8.3.
Really good lap from Cams.
Yeah, Tiggerby did and that's a very wide line, and that's a penalty for Cam.
Yeah. Cam's trying to catch Velocity before Velocity passes J. Luke, by the looks of things. But yeah,
really
Velocity on that 2-stop strategy. Going for something a little different. It's also a case of whether we get a safety car at some point in this race. That's now something we have to factor in, whether a safety car will come out, and that might save some of the people that are on already nearly 10-lap-old mediums. As Pease is the first of the leaders to pit. I still think this is a little bit early, but Benjay's in as well, so...
Yeah, you really have to stretch the medium tyres.
Yeah. 26...
First thing out another lap.
What, 20...
Tiggerby does the same.
Yeah, Pease then on the medium, Benjay.
How they come out relevant to New Zealand Cam and
Oh,
Velocity.
okay. Benjay's put another set of softs on. So Benjay's also going for a 2-stop.
Yeah.
Pease for the 1-stop. So this is Benjay's now his opportunity to try and pass Pease on track for the race lead at least. Velocity on the back of J. Luke. See if he can make the move stick. Yeah, doesn't look like J. Luke's really defending it. No, J. Luke's just going to let him through.
Mode 0.
Yeah, smart move from J. Luke. He knows that he's not really in this fight.
Yeah, the fresher tyres for Velocity also makes a big difference around this track.
Yeah, absolutely. An undercut around this track can actually be quite powerful despite the length of the circuit, so... Now Cams needs to try and get in his DRS as well. Who else is close on the track, it looks like?
Bree and DJ Williamson are close together.
Yeah.
Bree trying to make the move for P12, trying to catch up back to the field after
his really long pit stop, yeah. Such a shame for Bree, considering his second in the standings at the moment, and at the moment he's not scoring as we've got Kursk now into the pits. He's put the mediums on as well, so he's going for the 1-stop. Tiggerby's still going, despite something damage.
Going to lose positions to Velocity. And Cam, it seems like.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Wow, he's really lost a lot of time.
But he does have a lot...
fresher tyres, yeah. He's
tires,
6 laps younger than Cam's, and Velocity has to stop again, so...
J. Luke or New Zealand Cam with a dive on J. Luke.
J. Luke runs wide, and Kursk is straight through as well. So we've got Packer also... Packer's also on the back of Damon. I think Packer's close enough though.
Damon with 12% ERS.
Kursk all over the back of Cams already. Trying to make up some time. As we've got Bree and Williamson side by side into the hairpin. DJ Williamson with a better exit. A much better exit than Bree, and is pulling away in a straight line. Really bizarre. Wow, okay.
Looks like Tiggerby put on a high downforce setup because DJ Williamson just flew past him.
Yeah, as Tiggerby's into the pits to change his front wing and his tyres, yeah. So he's going to be out way behind Kursk.
Behind Cam, Velocity.
Damon, Packer, Ricardo TV. Yeah. Closer to McDuck's face. James gets another time penalty. He's going to be in a lot of clean air, and just considering his pace, even with front wing damage, he's got to be someone to watch out for towards the end of this race.
Yeah, as 5 seconds on Damon, IRO teammates.
Yeah. Oh, Damon really lagging, so I'll go on board with Packer. Packer looks like he got the better exit. Yeah.
Damon,
and Kursk on Cams.
Oh, never mind, he doesn't. Sorry.
Yeah, Bukursk on cams, Bukursk is through.
Packer, of course, the race winner in Canada, hopes to close in the gap to the guys in front. Salvage a few more points for this championship.
Yeah, start of this race really hasn't gone his way though. Ricardo's slightly on the back of him as well. Is Cam's able to keep with Bukursk now? Bukursk looks like he's pulling away.
Gaps are starting to close. As Benji tries to catch up to Total Peace.
Oh yes,
He's going to
2/10.
dive it up to 2-1. No.
No, always let. Oh my word! Nearly ran into the back of him then. As Packer gets a time penalty at turn 1.
I think Ben is going for it this time.
Yeah, surely he's got the run. I think it'll be smart. I think it'll be smart for Peace to just let him go. To be honest, they're on completely different strategies at this point.
Yeah.
But he's
Ben
still
doesn't
fighting
break
it.
too late though.
No. Ben not being
Ben trying to
overly
go to
aggressive.
outside. No, he's gonna let him go.
Yeah. Ben.
He's being patient with his move.
Yeah. It would have been just
Which I
smart to go for the move and get clean, because he's on a 2-stop, so he's going to have to try and stretch the gap before he pits again.
Yeah, he really needs to push hard and make a big difference in time.
Always we've got Damon and Ricardo TV. No, not quite close enough there, I don't think.
No.
Ben now past Pease into turn 1. Yeah, blows past. Pease lets him through. Smart from Pease, I think. They're on completely different strategies, so there's no point trying to waste time fighting a battle that you're not really in. Damon gets another time penalty.
Yep.
Yeah,
pits.
Oh, okay. He went 14 laps on those softs in the end. It just goes to show the pace drop off of the softs, though. He's dropped.
But he will have really fresh mediums.
Yeah, but he's dropped way down towards Bree and DJ
He's
Williamson.
going to be behind Bree and DJ Williamson, though. That's interesting.
He's just alongside Bree, actually. Wow. Is Bree on the exit?
Yeah.
Is Bree going to go for it? He is, yeah. J-Luke doesn't have the momentum out of the pit lane. So Bree's up to 11th. But Bree on 6 lap older tyres.
As Ricciardo go for the dive on Packer. Packer gets the exit, though.
Yeah.
It's a nice switch back.
Ricardo's passed Damon then and is already going for Packer, so Ricardo the faster of the 3 at the moment.
Damon is lagging a lot.
Yeah. Oh, look at the run that Ricardo got out of that corner.
Total Peace, by the way, is just staying in the DRS of BenJS. Nature of the track with 3 DRS zones, it's so hard to get out of the DRS.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was what I was trying to get at with him, just letting Benjay through. And if he can stay with him, then Peace has got an advantage of DRS from the car in front, and that's helping him gap his nearest challenger at the moment, which is his teammate. Yeah, his nearest challenger really at the moment is his teammate, and his teammate's nearly 7 seconds behind now. As Ricardo TV is going to go for a move on Packer at the hairpin. No, he's not late enough on the brakes. Packer's a little bit wide though, but Ricardo's not going to get the exit if he's that tight off the exit of the corner. He's going to go for it down the straight though.
Packer's probably defending the inside. He's going down the inside. Ricardo brakes very late.
On the brakes, round the outside. A little bit of understeer. Packer gives him room. Ricardo's still side by side.
Inside for turn 5 though.
Yeah,
and good move by Ricardo.
Yeah, good move from Ricardo. Nice clean move around the outside.
If I was Packer right now, I would just sit behind him and let him drag you along the track, because he is faster than you right now, but just profit from the DRS.
Definitely, yeah. There's J-Luke's on the back of Bree. Just realised we've been on board this entire race. We haven't really seen any outboard shots, but usually outboard shots are quite terrible in this game, as Cam gets another penalty. Cam's kind of fallen back from Kursk now. Obviously, the older tyres and the non-setup not able to really pull him along, as J-Luke runs really wide in the last corner.
Packer on the back of Ricciardo.
Is he going to go for a move again?
Yeah,
he is, yeah.
The inside. As Packer gets DRS, that's very influential in this, because now Ricciardo won't have DRS advantage on Packer.
No, and Packer's pulling away in a straight line. Yeah, and Damon's still in this battle. Damon's not out of it yet. He's just kind of sitting back and watching it take place in front at the moment. But yeah, like you said, Pease is still only half a second behind Benjay. Yeah. Oh, and Benjay spun as I say that. Just as I go on board with Pease, Benjay spins.
Oh,
he's going to have to pit, yeah.
Did he get wing damage though?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I think I think he missed hitting P's, and I don't think he hit anything. He just spun mid-corner.
Unlucky
timing, yeah. And he has to pit because of that.
A little bit too early. He pitted too early. He didn't get the maximum out of the soft tires.
No, but you can't stay on and keep going with those tyres with how hot they would be after that. Such a shame for Ben.
In P9 right now, yeah.
Yeah, down in P... Wow, he's behind Tiggerby as well. Tiggerby, since coming out of the pits, has not really done much in terms of pace. He's now on the back of this fight, though.
He has caught up to the battle for 5th.
He has caught up to this battle, but not as quickly as I first imagined.
Ricciardo trying to go on turn 4. These guys have been battling for a few laps now.
Yeah, as Ricciardo goes to move on the inside. Late on the brakes.
Back and trying for the switchback.
They're not able to do it, but yeah. Well covered off from Ricciardo.
Damon gets past. Or Damon and...
side by side. Damon's actually got front wing damage. Didn't notice that.
Yeah.
But Damon's got relatively decent pace if he's got front wing damage, if he's able to stick with this, unless he's just got it. But yeah, he's through now as well. As Velocity's now into the pits as well. He's done 10 laps on those softs, so he's going to have to pit for a set of mediums.
He will likely come out at the same place Ben did.
Yeah.
Because Ben, he was a few seconds behind, but Ben spun.
And spun as well. And there's a set of mediums there for Velocity.
Yeah.
As Damon's also into the pit lane to change his front wing by the looks of things. And he's also on 18 lap old mediums. Yeah, they're surely going to be nearing the end of their life by now. So your net top 3 at the moment then is the 2 McLarens of Pease and Wakursk, and then Cam. I have to say, Cam has driven a brilliant race so far.
Yeah, with a default setup.
With a default setup from the back of the grid.
Yeah, incredible race by him.
A really good race so far. There's still a long way to go. Still a lot that can happen. And his tyres are a little bit older than those in front of him.
I think the medium's going to last 25 laps. And yeah, I don't think it's 60 more laps for Cam. I don't know if that's possible, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be a big ask. He's going to have to really cruise.
I think Tiggerby might catch him during the end of the race. As Tiggerby goes to move with Packer and spins.
Oh! Just as you say that, and he breaks his front wing as well. That's another... Wow. Commentator's curse. Every time we go on board with someone, they spin. Oh, Lord. It's really falling apart. No, he's going to stay out. And he gets a time penalty.
Ooh, nearly joining the track unsafely, hitting J. Luke.
Oof.
Very close.
My word. But here's the thing, though, for Cams. He can, if he wants to try and stay out on those tyres to the end of the race, he's got yellow flag somewhere. Not quite sure what that's for, but he can kind of cruise to the end of the race because Ben J is the next person behind him on fresh mediums. As Damon's lagged out of the session by the looks of things.
But Ben is catching a lot, to be honest.
He is catching a lot, yeah, but he's still got to get through Packer and Ricciardo if they don't pit. And they're still battling somehow. They're still going at it. But their tyres are nearly 20 laps old now. They're going to have to get another 15 laps out of them. There's no way that that's going to happen.
Before he gets to them.
Yeah, true. I wonder if they're trying to stay out for a possible safety car. But by the way the race has gone so far, I don't really think that's going to happen. As I think J-Luke's just passed get my words out. J-Luke has just passed McDuck's face. So J-Luke up into 9th, McDuck's face into 10th. He's on 18 lap old mediums as well. A lot of people had to pit very early. Benji sets the fastest lap of the race of 7.5. Wow. Really, really good pace from Ben. J-Luke not quite close enough to the back of Bree to make a move. Also, we've got to keep an eye out for Velocity. He's only 5 seconds off the back of Ben, so he's not out of the question yet. It's just depending on what his pace is. But yeah, look how quickly Ben's caught the back of these two in front.
Yeah. You still do have Slipstream and DRS.
Yeah, but they are battling and weaving all over the place. They're really fighting, yeah. Really holding themselves up at the moment.
They're trying to defend. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, Damon's joined back, which is good. He's back in the session. Yeah. Yeah, I think he lagged out of the session. Wow, yeah.
With Benji being in third of this P4 battle, it'll be hard to overtake because Packer will have DRS on Ricciardo. And
yeah. But it's the tyre advantage just that strong that he's going to be able to make a move.
He has to gain a lot of time in the second sector and the third sector to catch up to the guys in front to make the move.
Yeah. Although we got
As
a
he
much
gets a
better
good
exit.
exit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to go for a move.
Is he going for a dive?
No, Packer's
Packer
defending it.
fancy finding it.
As Ricardo's
Dive.
also defending for some reason. That's a bit of a
As
strange
Packer
move. As
outbreaks
they all
themselves.
outbreak themselves apart from Ben. And Ben's going to get 2 in 1.
Oh, what a move by
Whoa.
Ben. Oh, a little bit of wing bearing.
A little bit of a wheel bang there, but Ben gets 2 in 1 because Packer and Ricardo fighting so hard.
That worked
Oh,
out
as Ricardo
perfectly
dives down the inside. Oh, and there's contact. Ricardo's sideways.
Contact. Yeah.
Oh,
And Packer now on the inside of turn 5.
Oh my word, these guys are kind of fighting a battle that they shouldn't have really. Lose the battle, win the war.
Yeah, that worked out perfectly for Ben JS. Now he has a lot of time
to catch back up to Cam's, I think. And I think Cam's
pitted.
pitted, okay. I think Packer's also into the pits as well. Yeah, Packer's in as well.
Yeah, I think Packer's going for the soft, same for New Zealand Cam, to be honest.
Yeah, and Ricardo's staying out.
For the softs.
Yeah. So see where they come out. Where does Cam come out relative to the likes of Velocity, Bree?
I think he might come out behind
Dutch face by the looks of things.
Or
yeah, Tiggerby as well.
That face. Yeah, that face.
Actually, Cam's going to be right in the middle of the whole pack, actually. Just behind J-Luke and ahead of McDutch's face.
Needs to get this move done.
Yeah.
To have a chance.
Meanwhile, Packer's come out behind Tiggerby. About 2.5 seconds back. Ooh, Cam had a little look.
Cam.
Not quite able to get the move done.
This is tough for New Zealand Cam. He needs to get same thing what happened with Ben JS basically. He's in third for the battle for P6.
Yeah,
right
oh,
now.
Velocity's just spun as well.
Yeah.
He hasn't got any damage, but he's just spun.
Never mind.
Oh.
Cam on
Cam
the inside.
down the inside.
J-Luke.
Wow.
Oh, great move.
He's already on the back of Bree as well. Look at the tyre difference.
Yeah.
This is
These
brilliant
soft tires
stuff.
are insanely quick.
He's not going to go for the move
Is
here,
he
is he?
going for it? Is he going for it?
Oh, I wouldn't recommend it, but he's doing it.
I am.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Cams.
Yeah.
Had to put a lot of trust in Bree there.
Yeah.
And he's straight on the back of Velocity as well.
He's getting them
done
so
quickly,
quick.
as McDutchface has just pit, and Tiggerby's just pit as well. So that's 2 places for Packer as well. Oh, Velocity a poor run through turn 1. Oh, this is just an easy move for Cams.
Yeah.
Cam's nearly on the grass. Oh, a little bit of bang in there. Velocity trying to squeeze him. Oh, my word. Oh, and there's more contact and Velocity's in the wall. Oh, that was a little bit... I think that was a little bit too aggressive squeezing there from Velocity. He was kind of moving over while Cam was still there.
Weird instance.
And J-Luke dives Bree. J-Luke going for P6. Not quite able to make the move. Wow. J-Luke has been stuck behind Bree ever since he came out of the pits, and he's just not been able to pass him.
Pits with 13 lap old mediums.
13 lap old mediums? What on earth?
Why?
Why on earth is total P's pitted? That's bizarre, because he's going to be behind Ben. And Ricardo by the looks of things.
Yeah,
he will, yeah, but the pace that Ben showed so far, surely Ben might be able to just...
I don't know why. 13 lap old...
he could have easily made it to the end.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre move from Pease. He's just ahead of Ricardo, which is good for him.
And Walker's now 10 seconds ahead of Ben.
Yeah.
Ben with 6 lap fresh tires, though.
That's a...
10 seconds is a lot of time to gain in 10 laps.
Packer gets another penalty. But yeah, this is a... I'm a little bit baffled by that move from Pease, because he's going to have to show some really fast pace to try and catch back up as Williamson sets the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, he was quite a few seconds in front of Kursk as well, so I really don't know why he pitted.
Yeah, his Velocity is also pitted again as well for his front wing damage, so he's dropped from a top 4 position down to P14 and out the points at the moment. Tiggerby's actually put the hards on.
The hards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit of a bizarre move from him, but...
I think he didn't have fresh soft laps after quali.
Possibly, yeah, that may be the reason. Yeah. Pease is catching Ben. And he sets the fastest last sector, but...
Yeah, Ben is catching Kursk a lot, to be honest. He did gain in second, I think, because of the last lap.
Yeah, let's double check their rate. Let's double check their lap times, actually. I'll go on board with Kursk and check his lap time. So last lap for Kursk was a 1 minute 8.7. And Benjay did a 1 minute 8 flat. So 7/10 of a second faster as Benjay on the last lap. It's not going to be quite enough towards the end of the race unless Kursk makes a mistake. It's going to have to be about a second a lap faster. But P's obviously faster than the pair of them at the moment. Packer starting to catch Bree and J. Luke for P6 at the moment. That looks like it's going to be the next big battle, really, unless P's can catch Benjay, which he is doing.
I think this is a good time to check penalties, so...
Yeah, go ahead, definitely.
Well, Kursk has 1 warning, very impressive.
Wow, yeah.
Benjay has 2 warnings, also very impressive. Total P's has 1 penalty.
Okay.
Ricciardo TTV, 1 warning, sorry. As New Zealand Cam does have 3 time penalties, it seems like. Yeah, he does have 3 time penalties.
Oh, okay.
Despite Bree, 2 warnings. J. Luke, 1 penalty. 2 penalties, sorry, my bad. Packer, 2 penalties as well. McDutchface, 1 warning. DJ Williamson, 2 penalties. Damon, 2 penalties. Iverbryn Mike.
Yellow flag in sector 3, velocity spun again.
As Tiggerby has a lot of time penalties, yeah. 5 time penalties.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's kind of just gone horribly wrong for Tiggerby.
Tiggerby has 4 time penalties.
Oh, and he's just pit for the 4th. Is that the 4th time he's just pit? Oh, he's retired from the session. Yeah. That's such a shame for Velocity. The P's nearly within DRS range. Oh, he is actually, I think. Oh no, it just cut to 9/10 on my screen and then back to 1.4.
Yeah, same.
Bizarre, but P's nearly within DRS range now. There's not really a massive pace difference between the mediums and the softs here.
Imagine a safety car right now.
Woof.
That would spice things up.
Well, the way we've been going, every time we say something, the complete opposite happens, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam's now catching up to the back of his teammate. Ricciardo on 25-old lap old mediums, still going.
7 laps to go. Ooh, might be difficult, to be honest.
It's going to be close, but fair play to him for sticking it out. If he thinks he can make it to the end, that's fair enough from him. But yeah, his teammate's starting to catch as P's not really catching Benjay that quickly on this lap.
Definitely not quick enough for the win.
No. I feel like P's has just thrown away a possible victory here. Especially considering he has a time penalty. He had a big enough gap that he'd have the time penalty applied and he wouldn't fall behind his teammate. So
he had at least a 7-second gap. So.
Yeah, so...
And he had 13 level mediums, and these mediums can go a long way.
Yeah, and his mediums are actually a lap younger than his teammates. So, and the way Benjay's pace at the moment, he's not catching Recurse before the end of the race. So, Peace has thrown away an easy win by the looks of things. It's Cam's on the back of his teammate now. Oh, Ricciardo a little bit wide as well, coming out of the hairpin, and Cam's got a really good run. Surely this is the move done for him. Stays in medium ERS though.
Ricciardo is defending against his teammate. On the outside.
Cam's around the outside. A little bit of contact, but nice move.
Yeah.
Nice move from Cam, yeah. As J. Luke's actually finally got past Bree. Wow, after 14 laps stuck behind him, J. Luke is now ahead of Bree for P6. I think Bree's tyres are starting to reach the end of their life.
Tiggerby overtakes Iverbryn Mike for the last points paying position.
J. Luke makes a little mistake as well. Behind these Packer not really catching these guys.
Total P has DRS on BenJS.
Oh yes, he does.
As he goes wide though a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna compromise him down the straight.
BenJS with 70% ERS. Brilliant ERS.
He's with only 10. So Ben is ready for a defence. Tiggerby gets another time penalty. How's Bacurse doing on an ERS?
Free on J. Luke on the inside of turn 2.
Yeah, they're still fighting. Here we go. Down the inside. Let's move. Oh, J. Luke has a snap in the middle of the corner by the looks of things. But all this is just helping Packer behind close in, although Packer does have time penalties, so this not necessarily Media's gonna finish above them if he passes them. He's still half a second behind Ben. See if he can get the move down into the first corner. Not quite close enough. Goes into the first corner. Ooh, a big slide as well mid-corner, so that's going to compromise his run up to the hairpin. So he comes into the hairpin. No, he's not close enough as DJ Williamson gets time penalty. Ben locks up though. Doesn't get the best exit, yeah, but P's not getting the exit either, so he's not quite close enough as Packer gets his third time penalty of the race now. Well, considering the layout of the track, the fact that this usually is a DRS train, I'm amazed that it's not really happened today. Everyone's pretty spaced out.
Yeah, battles all over the field.
Yeah, I think that the chaos of the first lap and the first part of this race has really spread people out. Luke and Bree still battling for P6. Good recovery from Bree, considering his front wing damage and his long pit stop. P6 is still a good result for him, and ultimately he will gain on the championship leader. Not as much as he would have hoped, considering starting on pole, but it's still a gain in the end anyway, as Cams gets another penalty. P's only 2/10.
Cam does have a few seconds of time penalties, so he might jump up a place.
Possibly, yeah. I think P's is going to go for the move, possibly on Ben. Ben is defending. P's not quite close enough though.
I think he's going for this move on turn 4.
Yeah, he doesn't get the best of exits though, and Ben's got Ben a really good exit out the corner.
Four laps to go.
Laps to go. Benjay is starting to catch Wakus quite a lot more now. It may be a last lap thing if Benjay is able to keep this pace up, but
I think Benjay is pushing a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
or
He gets a penalty.
He gets a second penalty. Yeah. Picks us the second one, so it's such a shame that Peter's pitted. He's kind of ruled himself out of a possible win. But oh, look at the pace he has through that corner! Wow, he runs into the back of Benjay. Yeah, he's going to surely have him into turn 1 now.
I'm going to go for turn 1. I would stay behind for turn 3.
He's not wasting any time. He's going for it.
Yeah, Benjay is going for the exit. Yeah.
Yeah, much better exit from Benjay. Smart move. He's going for the outside.
He's though has a lot of
yeah,
is not
Ben.
fighting
Oh,
it.
a little bit of contact. Oof, my word.
Phew, my heart.
Yeah, that was almost catastrophic, that one, as Bree gets a time penalty now.
Oh.
But yeah, P's up into second, but those 2 time penalties are going to drop him behind the Williams.
That's Bree's first penalty. J-Luke behind has 2 time penalties. Those Packer
okay.
Also has
That's
2.
3, I think Packer has 3 now.
Jimmy Cam has...
Does he have 4 penalties now?
Yeah, 4 penalties, 12 seconds in total.
So that's a 9-second gap.
So,
I think he's not quite far enough ahead of Bree yet.
Yeah.
To keep 4th place at the moment. What's Ricardo's penalties like? Is Ricardo going to jump up to 4th?
I think Ricardo didn't get a penalty, I think.
Okay, so
no,
Ricardo...
he doesn't have a penalty.
Okay, so Ricardo at the moment set for a P4 position despite being on 30 lap old mediums. Wow. How Ricardo is still going without a puncture, that's really, really good stuff. Yeah, on board with J. Luke. Is he going to go for the move on Bree? No, he's not close enough, sadly. Benjay having a look at P's, but not quite close enough either. No, Ben is not close enough. J. Luke's also not close enough. Yeah, we've got Tiggerby on the back of Damon for P11. So despite being on the hards, Tiggerby still gaining places. Yeah.
Oh, Damon with a big corner cut though.
Oh yeah. That was a big one. Ben's on the back of Total P's again, and 2/10 between them. The soft starting to reach the end of
the race.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to win the race.
All P's a little bit wide. P's very wide. Ben's going to go for the move into turn 1. Oh, he breezes past in a straight line.
Yeah.
P's going to do...
His exit he doesn't compromise his exit.
No.
Or the hairpin. Yeah, gets a great exit as well.
Yeah. Brilliant fight, but look at P's. He's got a good run into the hairpin, but he's not close enough to make the move. Been a little bit wide on the exit though.
And this gives Totopi a chance to get the move into turn 4. Uses all his ERS. Benji has the fights to the inside. Totopi's around the outside. Breaks late.
Goes for it. Well. Ben, a little bit of a squeeze, but
on the outside.
Yeah, Claire racing.
Yeah,
Ben keeps it.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Ben. Oh, yeah, Peace near the back of him again. Really, really close stuff. Great stuff from these guys. It's J. Luke. Yeah.
Down the inside. Oh, it's contact.
Oh, Ricardo's got a puncture on the last lap.
No.
Ricardo has a puncture on the last lap. What a shame. Oh, but Wakursk comes up to the line, and Wakursk, brilliant race from Wakursk, second on the grid. Fairly inconspicuous race for him. We didn't really comment on him at all, but great race win from Wakursk. Benjay comes across the line in second. Pease with his time penalties will finish third.
Is Ricardo going to defend, or is he going to spin?
This is saved Cam a P4 place. Oh, Ricardo wide. Nothing Ricardo can do.
Unfortunate. He needed one more lap.
Yeah, such a shame.
Laps, yeah.
But he gets back ahead of all of them. Ricardo back up to P4 because of penalty, despite a puncture. Wow.
It didn't matter.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Well, fair enough from Ricardo for going 33 laps on a punctured set of mediums. Brilliant stuff. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, Packer comes home in P8 behind J. Luke. It's my Dutch race nice. Williamson 10th, Damon 11th, sorry, and Tiggerby takes the last points playing position. Sadly, Ivory Mike pitting for Inters early on didn't really help him.
I think Ivory Mike.
Oh, did he? Position. Oh, yeah, he got 11th. So Tiggerby out of the points, and Damon drops to 12th. Wow, what a crazy race that was.
Yeah, what a race.
Yeah, double McLaren podium in that race as well. But not quite the finishing positions we initially expected it to be. I think we expected Brie and... I can't remember what my other prediction was, but we definitely expected Brie to be at the front. Obviously, he got the damage on the first lap, which affected his race. But yeah, brilliant race. Who's your driver of the day, do you think?
Well, I think, yeah, New Zealand Cam. I think it's so impressive to finish P5, starting from P15 with a default setup as well.
Yeah. I think for me, it's one of the two Ferrari drivers. I think for completely different reasons. Cam's pace, despite the setup he's on and where he started, a brilliant race, and then Ricardo with his strategy. Really, really, really good stuff from them. Who else should we mention? I know P's pitted again, but still his pace when he was at the front was really, really good. I think pitting there for him obviously was a mistake.
I'm still baffled at why he pitted.
Yeah, I'm a little bit baffled as to that move as well. But yeah, obviously our race winner, a good result for him as well. He looked pretty in charge up after P's pitted. Ultimately not the fastest of the two McLarens today, but still really good stuff from Wakursk to be there when it finished, and fast enough to hold Benjay off as well. But yeah. Well, that was the Austrian Grand Prix, everyone. What a crazy race that was. I'm a little bit out of breath. But yeah, really, really good stuff from everyone. We're going to finish the stream here just because me and Damon have got the D2 race coming up, so tune in for that, everyone. Tune in for D2 or D4, whichever your preference is, but we're in D2, so favourite D2, please. Tune in for us to probably finish at the back. But anyway, good race from everyone today, and thank you, Dylan, for co-comming alongside me. There is a possibility that us two may be co-comming again next week, so just look out for that. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks again, Dylan, for commentating alongside me, and we'll see you guys next time.